Recording in progress.
Hey, Tony, you just want me to start?
Yeah, I think we can start. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, get the files up. Okay, Tony, thank you for having me today. I think I'm here back once again. So today I'll be sharing the information, sneak peek information for EX3 at the Exchange District. So the latest project and the last building at Exchange District project. What I'll be sharing with you today is the information package that you see on the screen that we'll be sharing with you probably sometime tomorrow, that you can take the same package to your clients and walk them through the same information that we share with you today prior to the launch. And today is the first day of a presentation, so Tony, you're actually one of the first to get the presentation, to get the most exclusive information available on Exchange District as of to date. So I'll jump into the presentation. So start off with, let's talk about EX1 and EX2, which was incredibly successful project in Mississauga that basically changed the whole dynamic of Mississauga real estate. When we came out with EX1 in 2019, Tony, your team, you guys were all there for the Living Arts Center event. We had like almost 1,000 agents, in-person event, and the project was incredibly successful. We got like thousands of worksheets. Pricing got pushed to a like whole new level at that time. It was like over $800 per square foot when the downtown Mississauga was selling for $600 per square foot. So Exchange District was that special project that took Mississauga to the whole new level. And later I'll show you the data that support that and how did it change the whole Mississauga. And the tagline on the screen, experience the new Mississauga. So why do we say that? In the past few years, we've been monitoring selling in Mississauga, and we noticed such an incredible change in the dynamic of the real estate in Mississauga. On the rendering here, you can see this is a north view from EX3. The buildings over there, they're not the actual buildings that's going to be there and how they're going to look, but these are kind of approximate massing based on development plan from City of Mississauga. So those are the future buildings, just to give you an idea of what is coming and how Mississauga is going to transform into a different level of a city. It's going to be a city by itself. It's already a city by itself, and this will take it to like a completely different level once the whole downtown 21 master plan is completed. And why Exchange is so special? Because it's located right in the center of it all. And we'll have a couple more renderings and map to show you where EX is located and how it is really stand out compared to any other projects. And even just looking at the architecture here, you can see the building is special. The building has special architecture. It's a standout architecture. It's a building that people will point to as they drive by, the same way they're going to point to when they see the absolute towers. You probably noticed like there have been a lot of launches in Mississauga and proximity in the past few weeks. And if you compare them to EX, you can see, there's a big contrast, a big difference of what kind of buildings that we are selling right now. So the future is here at the line. So you can see all the massing of the future buildings kind of around the EX. This is to the south side and to the east side. So there's some existing buildings and a lot of them are future buildings. Same, just disclaimer, that's not how they're gonna look, but it gives you an idea of what is coming and where EX is located. So EX3 is this building with this blue jewel box on top. That's the highest building. It's the biggest building in the whole community. So we kind of saved the best for last. And with EX1 over here and EX2 over there, that's completed the whole Exchange District project for CAMROST. So this is your last chance to get into the best location of Mississauga. It is located in the best pocket of Square One. And there's a reason why this building is traded at a premium and have such a high demand. So I'll jump into the reason why EX3 and why Mississauga in general. So these are basically the main reasons that anyone should consider when they're buying a real estate either to live in or for investment. So first you want to know the location. Is it convenient? What do you have around you? Is there any landmarks, anything that makes the whole project stand out? And EX3 will have it all, and now you will walk you through all those features. So if you are driving, it's 5 minutes away from major highways, 403, QEW, 407, 401, all those are very accessible from the Square One area. You're 10 minutes away from Pearson Airport, 20 minutes away from City of Toronto. But when living at EX, I think driving is not the most important factor. It's actually, everything is at your doorstep. You could be working in Square One, everything is in Square One, and everything that we offer in the exchange as in terms of amenities, that's all you need on your day-to-day basis. And if you don't have a car, which actually we sold over 1,000 units at EX1 and EX2, which with much lower parking ratios that you see in Mississauga, and that did not hurt our sales. In fact, we've done much better because the end price is not as bad when you don't have to buy parking as if you were buying in like Allen Mills or some other places where parking is a must. So sellability was not a problem. We sold over 1,000 units. Demand is not a problem. People are adjusting to it. And if you look around other buildings in the city, the parking ratio is going down substantially. But it's not convenient if the parking ratio is low and your location does not support that. But EX is on opposite. It's a location where parking is something you just may need or may not. And on top of that, there's a LRT Huron-Ontario line that is coming. I think most of you probably have heard enough over the past few projects that launched in Mississauga, how important this line is and how convenient it is. For Exchange District, it is literally walking distance away from the Burnsthorpe's stop. I think it's like almost like just half a block, a couple buildings over, and you'll be at the station. It'll take you to Cooksville, GO Station, or to Port Credit, and or along Mississauga all the way to Brampton. So we make commuting much more convenient, and it will make basically the downtown Mississauga way more accessible for other people. Talking about the population, it is currently over 700,000 people, and it is expected to grow by over 20% in the next 20 years. What does it mean? It means like 300,000 of people are going to be coming to Mississauga to live, to work, or to even just travel. So when these people are going to come, the 100,000 people are going to come, most of them are going to end up staying in the condos because there's not many developments for new homes in terms of low-rise in Mississauga, like lately or in the future. Like anyone who's coming, usually you have to go to Caledon and the north part of it, but inside Mississauga, there's only so much land that's available. So majority of them that's going to come, they're going to be in condos. So what they're going to do is going to drive up the price of the condos, they're going to drive up the price of the rentals. So getting it today at the best location, it's the decision that you can't really go wrong with. And coming with those people are the jobs as well. So Mississauga is a home to over 70 Fortune 500 head offices. It actually have like second highest concentration, highest concentration of Japanese head offices outside of Japan. And it is expected to have 500,000 jobs in and around the city by 2031. So that means if you are investor, you're probably going to be looking at high quality tenants coming. There'll be high demand for rentals, and in the next chart, I'll actually cover the market for the rental and also for the prices in Mississauga comparing to Toronto. And on top of that, the biggest amenity you have is basically Square One Mall. It is the second largest mall in Canada. Some buildings when they basically middle of nowhere and they say they have 20,000 square feet amenities, 30,000, 50,000 square feet amenities, whatever the number they give you, you have 2 million square feet of amenities. That is a whole mall. That means you have theater, restaurants, shops, everything at your doorstep. And on top of that, the building itself is going to have its very standout amenity package that's second to none in any building you see in Square One or in general in the whole 416. And on top of that, Square One is not just buildings and mall and things. There's a lot of parks that are coming. So there is over 20 acres of park is being developed around Square One. There's a lot of redevelopment across whole Mississauga, including the waterfront. So this whole package will create why this is such a good investment or such a good purchase. And talking about the real estate market for it, it has 0.8% rental vacancy in 2021. It's an average of 11% in rental increase in the past 3 years, and over 30% in price increase for the pre-construction market in the past 3 years. The whole exchange district is actually 1.8 million square feet of the master plan, right? And you're going to come with restaurants, shopping, grocery, cafe, bars, this urban piazza, 20,000 square feet of indoor and outdoor amenities for EX3, park, retail, and Square One itself. So let's talk about the market, like why it's such a good purchase. So we did some report here. We pulled the data directly from MLS report. So you can see source MLS June report for each year, and also MLS report for rental for Q2 each year. So we're comparing month to month, kind of so that the data is all consistent. All of this is available for you to download directly from MLS market stats. For price change, right? So 2017 to 2018, it grew by 3.9%. Then 18 to 19, 11.6%. Someone needs to mute. And then from there, it goes to 16% and 5.9%. So you can see there's a huge growth in Mississauga in the past 5 years. The prices has been going up. In 2021 numbers so far showing 6%, which is a very good number. And I think it's just because, the year is not fully done. And also just a lot of projects need to be going in to kickstart the number. Looking at the prices, actually went up quite a bit. And on the other hand, Toronto did start off much stronger at 9.6%, but now the number has kind of been stabilizing between 5 and 6.7% in the last 3 years. So the growth in Mississauga is much faster. And we also compare those numbers against Toronto in terms of price difference on a yearly basis. So in 17, it will take you 35% more to get a condo in Toronto versus Mississauga. In 2018, it kind of peaked at 43%. So it's like almost like 1.5 times the price of Mississauga versus Toronto. And continuing down there, it's a downward trend. And as of today, it's only 23% difference. So imagine going from 2018 of 43% down to 23%. That's a 20% close in the gap for resale prices. Now, if we're talking about pre-construction prices, I mean, you guys been selling multiple projects lately in all part of GTA. Like, if you look at the Yorkville recent projects, like $1,800 per square foot, right? Look at the luxury project at Yonge St. Clair, that's almost $2,200 per square foot. And anything decent downtown these days is $1,500, $1,600 per square foot. So if you just take 20% off it, I'm sure we're going to be lower than that number. But then the data support that the number going to keep catching up. And eventually it may be even level between the two cities. So which actually you can see on the rental market. So we've done the same kind of study on the rental in 17 for one bedroom. So one bedroom, Toronto and Mississauga, 23% higher in Toronto, 35% higher for 2 bedrooms. And that number continue like progressing into like the downward trend. And as of today, you can see for 1 bedroom, you're getting the same rent in Mississauga and Toronto, basically the same number. But the price per square foot and the end price is much higher in 416 Park. And for 2 bedrooms, it declined from 35% difference to 8.9% difference. That's over 5 years. And if you're getting a 2-bedroom downtown Toronto these days, $1 million plus. And some of them like $1.3, $1.4 million above, right? And you're getting only like 8.9% rent below compared to Mississauga. And I think this number is also including a lot of luxury building in Toronto, the Ritz, the Four Seasons, Shangri-La, all those numbers will drive the gap up. But if you compare more of a typical building, I think, the numbers will be much closer than 8.9% you see on here. So year over year, prices and rental rates are increasing at a faster rate than Toronto. The gap have substantially closed in the past 2 years. And during the pandemic, you can see that, the numbers in Mississauga are much more stable and more resilient than Toronto. Here's that LRT line and where we are located, which stop will be close to. And the next map will show that. So the blue box here, that's where Exchange District is with the 4 buildings. These 2 blue circles here, those are the LRT stops. So this is Burnthorpe and this is Robert Speck. That's actually where the sales office is going to be located. We'll be in one of those commercial buildings. We'll have a view of the site. If you've been to EX1, EX2 office, it's going to be very similar. And another interesting thing here that is the future of downtown Mississauga. So all these gray boxes, those are existing developments. So those are what you see today. You drive there, you can see, it's quite dense. There's a lot of buildings, a lot of high rise, but all the white boxes are the future developments. So, and where Exchange is located right in the middle of it, located at the best location, surrounded by parks, surrounded by future buildings, at the best entrance of Square One, where Hoagland Flu and Harry Rosen is located. All the best retail are around that pocket of Square One mall. And the future, it's such a big future for Mississauga, which means, all these future buildings, given the construction cost today, given the demand today, all those buildings are going to be traded at a premium. And as more buildings coming, there'll be a higher prices. So it is still very early to get into this whole Square One game. And why not get into the best buildings that for sure going to appreciate, for sure going to be desired. And you want to have a real estate that really stands out at the location that other people cannot get. So that's truly an amazing opportunity today. And, even if you compare us to other projects, you'll see probably a bunch of reasons, like millions of reasons why you should consider EX before you choosing, any other locations that can have 10 more buildings, 20 more buildings, 30 more buildings, and they won't be done to the level of details that we are looking to achieve at this project. So here's a building, 66 stories, 660 units, over 20,000 square feet of amenities. It is the highest, tallest building with amazing amenity package. I have a lot of details I can't share yet, so we're all working on that, but we're looking forward to introduce this building fully to you. Look at this architecture, it's going to be like the landmark building in the whole area. We'll be sharing the key plate with you as well. So we're just cleaning it up. So this is still earlier version of it. So livable units, well-designed plans, very similar to first two buildings. It's sold very well. So, we're not changing it. So there'll be huge demand for all types of bedrooms based on what we've seen before. In this building, it's not just the one bed that sells. Like we've seen huge demand on two plus dens, because a lot of people really consider this building like a premium building, and buying micro units is not exactly like their way of looking at this building, or same way as a developer, right? A lot of buildings these days, they're trying to make it as small as possible, but then it's losing its touch, like losing that whole status of the building, and Exchange is not going against that. So getting into here, you do pay a premium for the price. There's a lot of good reasons for it, and you are getting livable size units. Although we do have units, in small size as well, 420 square feet, 515, or 2 bedrooms, some of them are in the 600 square feet. So there'll be a variety of the units. So we'll be sharing 2 key plates with you. Those are the main key plates that will cover about 70 to 80% of the building. We have terrace units, we have penthouse units, and podium units for future releases. And on top of what you've seen from outside of the building, CAMROST really focus on how to make experience inside the building to match the whole brand and the whole project. So a lot of brand names are going into your units. The latch automation system will allow you to access the building through your smartphone, getting into the unit, all the security features of it, the smart home features, and whatever is available today, I'm sure it's going to be upgraded, and the whole technology is going to change by the time the building is done. You have plumbing, bathroom fixtures from Corkler, so well-known brand. Trevisana Kitchens, it's an Italian quality company that's located in Canada, and Fugo Milano Appliances, so also another Italian brand. So you make sure you're getting the latest, the most modern appliances available on the market today. And CAMROST Felcorp, right? The builder has been around for over 45 years. They've done a lot of buildings, over 80 residential buildings in GTA, over 2 million square feet of office, retail, and commercial space. And then, they won over 30 national, provincial, regional awards for their buildings, for their design. And on top of that, they bring in the top-notch team to handle this project. So starting from the architect, IBI architect, they done Ritz-Carlton, Four Seasons, Delta Hotel, CAMROST other projects, Upper East Village, in collaboration with BDP Architect, which is a worldwide renowned architect, and also interior design by MAED Collective, which you'll see in our brochure and the renderings, and also from the first two buildings, you probably have seen it too. It is very tastefully done. It is very like future-proof, and you know, it was not cheaply done, as you can see. And geothermal, so we were bringing geothermal into Exchange District. It is one of the largest geothermal project in 416 right now. What it does, it will save your energy cost, and it also has a positive environmental impact. On top of that, CAMROST Construction. So this will be built by CAMROST Construction. So when you have your in-house construction company, you will make sure the developer oversee all stages of the development and the construction. And International Home Marketing Group. I mean, we've been working with Tony for almost two decades now. So we have a very strong working relationship. We have a lot of projects coming. So this is, you know, continuing being one of the top platinum agents with us. You for sure will get, you know, good allocations. So Home Life Landmark can always count on our support, and we count on your support. So that's it for the presentation. I think these are the few renderings that will be on the broker portal. I think some of them are already on. They will be sharing with you as well. So you've probably seen some of this before. So all of that will be available. Now talking about the dates, we're looking to come out in early August. The exact date will be announced very soon. Pricing will be competitive. Obviously, it's going to be at a premium compared to other buildings, but it won't be crazy. You know, we're not going for $1,500 per square foot, so don't worry. But it'll be competitive. It'll be within the market, and we'll make sure that you guys be able to sell a good number of it. In opening incentives, we're still working on that, but you know, it's an extended deposit, capping, assignment, right to lease, all those things are going to be in there. Details to come. Sales office will be available, I think, right before the office opens, so we'll be able to take in-person appointment, Zoom appointment. Signing can be done digitally or in person. We'll offer both options. What else? Yeah, other details to come. And after today's presentation, once we have the final files, we'll be sharing with Tony's team to distribute in Landmark system, probably sometime tomorrow. So you have a copy of all of this. And now I'll take any questions you guys may have.
Thank you, Luis. Thank you for the early opportunity to get information from you and to personally listen to the presentation today. Everyone on the Zoom, if you have any question, please just unmute yourself, ask a question through the Zoom.
Just wondering if there is a broker portal for downloading the material, or do we get it through through Landmark?
Broker's portal will be available on our e-blast, but usually we share with Tony right away so he can distribute. So yeah, it is available on the broker portal as well. So someone says most of the units are 2 bedrooms. No, that's not true. I think we have stacks of like 1 plus den. 4 stacks are actually similar to the Tokyo model before. Those are 1 bedrooms. We'll share the details, a key place for you guys to study. So even like walking through here. So these 4 stacks, those are 1 bedrooms. The other stacks are 2 bedrooms. But they're decent sized 2 bedrooms, 665 square feet, 685, and then corners at low 7s. On the other key plate, you have also like the 4 to 1 bedrooms on the key plate, and then the other 2 stacks are 1 plus dens. So there's a variety of the units. Price per square foot, yeah, so I can't disclose the number right now. We're still discussing the numbers, but you'll be in line with the market of where this building should be, and it'll be attractive to have a successful launch. Parking will be available for purchase for certain units. The criteria will be announced at the time of a launch, but you could assume that obviously 2 bedrooms, certain 2 bedrooms and above will get parking. 1 and 1 plus den won't be able to get parking, which is the same as the first 2 buildings. And we successfully sold over 1,000 units with it. maintenance fee, it will be attractive. Actually, I've kind of saw the draft number, so I can't really disclose it, but you'll be surprised. Actually, quite good. Okay, so if no more questions, so then that's it for today's presentation. Thank you everyone for joining. We will be sharing more information in the coming weeks, and hopefully to see most of you for the launch in early August. And for Tony, as usual, to make a killing on the sales, you know, expecting double digits from you, Tony.
Thank you, Luis. This is very honored for us to have this opportunity to get more information very early. So you are saying that the target time will be the first week or second week of August?
Yeah, first, second week, we just finalize the date. We should know in a day or two. We'll send an e-blast to save the date very soon.
Great. So when do you think that you can share with me, or I can download this presentation today?
Presentation center later tonight or tomorrow. I'm just waiting for a few final files, and then I'll send it to you the moment I have it.
Great. Thank you, Luis.
All right, thank you, Tony.
Have a great day, and then have a great success launch. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Oh my God. What a shit.